The answer is the Philadelphia Flyers. EJ, what is the question?
Well, I'm going to defer to Mr. Hartnell on this one. Philadelphia Flyers.
Absolutely. They need a defenseman bad, and they do. I don't know.
What is the team that needs it?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. What is the team that needs a D-man? What is the team that needs a D-man? Sorry, my first time playing.
I know, that's all right. Listen, we try to...
I'll start all the questions, Jackie.
That's right. We'll go to Scotty first. And you're right, they do need one. I mean, for me, I would say something along the similar lines, like what is a team that needs to fix the D zone? Because I'll blame everybody, the forwards and the defensemen and the goaltenders. They got to fix the D zone. So that's the answer for me, Jackie. Look at this. I mean, come on.
Oof.
You can't have this.
If you want to make the playoffs.
That's right. That's right.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Philadelphia, we're in agreement. That's the same question to that answer.
Yes.
Yeah, they got a lot to figure out, it seems, in Philly. Here's an interesting one for you, because this team has looked better of late. The answer is the New York Rangers. What is the question?
Who is a team that needs to trust their youth?
Ah, I like that.
Some young studs.
Yes,
and
they
they're
do.
playing them more.
Yeah.
They need to trust them to play them.
Yeah. How about Capo Caco last night?
Yeah, playing with Artemi Panarin, and he gets 2 goals, gets rewarded, lots of ice time, engaged. I think it's a team that definitely needs to go in that direction, and they're going to get some confidence, and they're going to be better for it years down the road.
Yeah, they got some really, you're right, they got some really good young players. For me, as you see that they've had a nice little run of late, for me, it is what team will make a late push for the postseason, but come up a little bit short.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Because I just think that, it doesn't seem like they're that far behind, but in a division where every game can sway the balance of things, they're going to have to run the table in a lot of ways. So I think it'll be tough. But I think they're playing really well right now. And it's just so odd with their coaching staff out of the mix, and we're waiting for them to come out of COVID protocol, and Panarin back, and Keith Kincaid in goal. I mean, a lot of strange things have gone on, but they're playing better, so we'll see.
We shall see. Let's move over to the Central Division. First, we'll take a look at the standings. You can see the Blackhawks currently occupying that 4th and final playoff spot. They've lost 4 in a row, though. We talked about this earlier in the show. The Blue Jackets, they lose last night, but they did take 2 of the last 3 from Carolina. So that's kind of a sign to be positive about. And, of course, the Dallas Stars haven't played as many games as everybody else in the division. So they're a bit of a question mark. It will go.
Who is a team that who's a team that their bubble is about to burst?
Oh, wow. They're putting the pin in the Hawks.
They're in a playoff position, but I think that they're trending downwards, and there's a few teams below them that are hungry, that haven't played up to their potential. Nashville being one of them, Dallas Stars with a few games in hand, and Columbus Blue Jackets. That they play hard, they play the right way almost every night. So I think if I had a little pin here, I'd just pop that little bubble right beside.
Yeah, you're so tough. Okay, you've probably punctured that bubble a few times with the Hawks over the years. I will say, who is a team that has exceeded expectations? Because they really have. I mean, nobody at the start of the season thought the Chicago Blackhawks would be within miles of the postseason. They've had a really nice run to this point. They've really suffered. They've had some struggles. The schedule has been a nightmare for them. They've just been Tampa and Florida and Carolina. It's like they've faced all those top teams repeatedly now, and so I think it's caught up with them a little bit. I don't think you want to go out and try to make any crazy moves at the deadline. They're still rebuilding.
Yep.
But they've way exceeded expectations no matter how things play out.
Yeah, it's been quite impressive, actually. To Columbus, where we've had lots of questions about this team over the course of half a season. I mean, will they trade Dubois? That happens. Will they bench Laine? That happens. Will they fire Torts? That doesn't happen. But the Blue Jackets, they are playing a little bit better lately. This series against Carolina, as I mentioned before, has reason for hope, I think, for the fan base. So when it comes to the Columbus Blue Jackets, what is the question?
Who is a team that needs to keep their stars? They just traded for Patrick Laine.
Yeah.
He's up after the season. They have two stud defensemen, Zach Werenski and Seth Jones, they need to lock down in a couple years. So this is a team that needs to keep those big boys in the lineup, keep them in Columbus. It's a great place to live. I absolutely loved my time there. And hopefully they can, Jarmo Kekalainen can get it done.
Oh, boy, it's going to be tough. Because, let's face it, dollars and...
Going to have to pay them.
There you go. They're worth it. Those guys are worth it. For me, I'm going to go to an unofficial stat that we keep in the back rooms here at the NHL Network. The Columbus Blue Jackets, who is a team that will finish the season with the most in-season benchings? Because clearly they have to lead the league, right? I mean, Dubois was benched. Laine was benched. I mean, there's guys in that team that got benched. We don't even know because we don't pay that much attention to some of these guys. Torts sends his message. The guy next to me knows about that, so he's dealt with it. So
I've been benched before.
There you go. See? See? I mean, Jackie, we're lucky we don't play there. We'd be benched.
Oh, 1,000 I would be benched for sure. I believe, oh yeah, because it would not be good. I believe Jack Roslovic was benched at one point as well.
There you go.
To add to your stat category there as well. But let's talk about the Dallas Stars, a team that went all the way to the Stanley Cup final last year, had this crazy postseason run. What is the question at this point in the season for the Dallas Stars?
Who is a team that needs to get healthy? Stat.
Yes.
This team.
Yeah.
Pronto.
No doubt.
They have some big injuries, starting in goal, right through their whole lineup, and you know, give them some credit. They're kind of hanging on. They got a bunch of games in hand. COVID, the big storm that was in Dallas shut down a couple games. So this team needs to get healthy. So hopefully they can, you know, get it going here at the right time. And you never know. You win. You have a big stretch of hockey games where you can get some wins, and you do it. That's the big if. If you can do it, they're going to be right there.
Yeah, and the fact that the Hawks have struggled and the Jackets have been, you know, have slipped ahead of the Hawks, but they're not that far ahead, has helped the Dallas Stars, so they're still in it. For me, I would say for the Dallas Stars, along the same lines, is, you know, who is a team that has been running uphill all year long? Because before the season even started, you had no Sagan, you had no Ben, you had the situation where they couldn't start the season on time. They had the really tragic situation down in Texas where the storm came through, knocked out the power, most of the state. It was just an unbelievable tragedy down there, so really sad for all those people. Hopefully they're getting back on track now. I mean, we forget about that, but some lives have been altered for quite a while. So the Dallas Stars have been running uphill all year long. We'll see if they can get there in the end. They got a shot. But, boy, if they get there, they should be proud of themselves because they've had a lot to work against. All right, I think
we're losing her.
Well, if there's one thing I know about the Dallas Stars, you know, they've had...
All right, we're in the North Division, and we're going to talk a little Calgary Flames, Scotty. And, you know, last night, really tough loss to the Ottawa Senators.
Yep.
They've lost a bunch of games to the Sens this year. So that's the team, the Calgary Flames. What's the question?
Who is a team that needs to get hot? No pun intended.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They need to win some hockey games. They need to win them fast. They need to start beating the Ottawa Senators. Let's be serious. You cannot lose 2-1 to that team. No disrespect to the Ottawa Senator fans out there. A team that needs to get everyone going, everyone playing on the same page. They got the goaltending. They got a good goaltender, but they're just not doing it. So they need to heat up fast.
Yeah, and you can see they've got a tough stretch left. For me, for the Calgary Flames, I would say, you know, who is a team that needs a good travel agent? Because once Darryl Sutter is there like he is now, and the team is not turning around, well, there's going to be a lot of people leaving Calgary and being moved around North America to different teams. So for me, Calgary Flames, if things don't get better real soon, to your point, if they don't get hot, they're going to need that travel agent to get some players out of there because they're going to have to change the mix if things don't get any better. All right, Jackie, you're back.
Will she stay or will she go? Is she here or is she not? Apparently I'm here now. So let's take a look at the standings in the West. So right now, I mean, the powerhouses at the top, the Knights and the Avs, we expect expected them to. The Blues are super banged up. The Kings have been a surprise, and I believe that's
all right, Scotty. Let's go.
The Kings. Who is a team that needs a top-line scorer to play with Kopitar?
Yeah.
They've been having some success. Todd McClellan's done a great job revamping the culture in that team, the system. They're all buying in. But I think they need that top guy, just like Jeff Carter in 2012, like
Marion Gaborik, right?
in 2014. You get that one guy that wants to play there. Obviously, who doesn't want to play in LA? But to play the right way and get those guys to that next level, this could be a scary team. They're well coached.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And for me, for the LA Kings, who is a team that just needs to be patient, because they've got some really talented young kids in their system. They've got some younger players that have made a lot of strides this year. It's great to see Kopitar, Doughty, Brown, Quick playing very well, kind of taking their game back to, they've always been good. So, I mean, they're even better this year. But you can see the strength of schedule here. This is an area where maybe the Kings can make a push, right? Because the Blues have a lot of injuries, and we love the Blues, and this is a team they won a cup 2 years ago. They got competitors in that group. But that schedule is going to be tough down the stretch, and the LA Kings schedule is a little easier, so
don't count them out.
You're telling me there's a chance,
there you go,
as they say, which would be something for the LA Kings.